Hello students, let us continue lesson number 8 and the topic is stupas and viharas. Architecture of Buddhism include stupas, chaityas and viharas. After the nirvana of Gautam Buddha, the monumental construction of his life began in the form of stupas. These stupas were made for the first time during Vaji Union. The stupa is small, dome-shaped architecture in the middle of which the relics of Buddha were buried and the Buddhists practiced meditation there. Later on, stupas were constructed in India in a large number, among which Ashoka's Sachi Stupa, Stupa of Lumbini, and Stupa of Sarnath are very important. The emperors after Ashoka also maintained the tradition of stupa construction. The kings of Song dynasty started construction of wooden work around stupas. Kanishka got a huge stupa constructed in Peshawar, which is called Sahaji Ki Deri. There is a pradikshina path around the stupas. Chaitya also are a major center of Buddhist art. Like caves, chaityas were carved in mountains. In caves of Chaitya, columns, doors, huge prayer halls, etc. were carved and were given the shape of temple. They were used as place of prayer. The columns were finely carved. Chaityas of Amravati, Bhaj and Karla have become world famous. The caves were made by carving mountains for Buddhist and Jain monks, which were called viharas. Jain and Buddhist monks studied in these viharas. Hun Sen noted that there were hundreds of viharas in North India and Gujarat. Statues and monuments are associated with Jain architecture also. Jain statue of Gomteshwar in Shravan Belgoda is world famous. A number of caves have been made in for living of Jain monks and Buddhist bhikshu. Many such types of caves are located in Gujarat. Now, the next topic is heritage in education. Looking at the extension of Harappan civilization and their developed town planning, it can be said that higher education and technical education has been imparted in India since 4,000 years. Remains of educational institutions has been found from Mohenjo-daro. This civilization is also called Bronze civilization because they had knowledge about bronze technology. It can be said that chemistry might have also developed at this time. Forts, houses, baths, road shows, development of civil engineering. The development of textile and shipping shows that the mechanical engineering system had been hauling in India since the time of Harappan culture. Remains of 5 Vidyapeeths imparting education, which can be called universities, presently have been found. Takshashila near Gandhar region in northwestern India was a great educational pilgrimage. It taught ethics, Sanskrit, grammar, astronomy and astrology, Hinduism and philosophy. Great philosopher and ruler like Panini, Chanakya, Chandragupta, Jivak had become renowned from these educational institutions. One such educational institution in Bihar was known as Nalanda University or Vidyapit. Hun Sen had also visited it. Here also Hindu and Buddha philosophies were taught. Nagarjun of Nalanda Vidyapit was a great chemist. He started using ash of mercury as a medicine for the first time. There are evidences that there was a great Vidyapit in Vallabhi of Gujarat in 6th 7th century. Hui Sang has written a lot regarding this university also. Many students used to come here to study. Students had to give entrance exam for admission. The principals would then take a written examination and later they used to send students for interview. Such a modern educational system was prevalent in India at that time. The knowledge of all three religions, that is Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism was imparted along with meditation, astrology, astronomy. In Bengal, two Vidyapits, that is universities, existed, namely Vikramshila and Anantpuri, where a large three-storied libraries of Buddhism was built. Now the topic is coins. Coins are an important source to know about prosperity of Indians in the past. Oldest coins in India are known as Panchmark coin of 5th century BC. Afterward, Indo-Greek rulers introduced a special kind of gold coins on which the king's mark, his photo and his time was mentioned. From this, we learn about the history of that time. The coins of Gupta age are the best. Samudragupta's coin with his picture of playing veena and killing lion. Coin of Chandragupta with picture of king and queen and Garuda. Chandragupta II, that is Vikramaditya, coins and Vikram's and Garud flagged coin have been found in large number. These coins are mostly of gold, which gives information about India's immense prosperity of the time. The consistent development of India has been taking place for centuries. Almost all branches of knowledge are flourishing and developing in our country. India's great cultural heritage is unique throughout the world. Now student, I hope you understood this lesson. Thank you.